Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more GA, the General Assembly companion that you never knew that you actually wanted. My name is Martin. I've been your on and off host. We've just had Timea Attila and Sinta on from Hungry FC talking about serving as a family, and they didn't fall out, which was really good. But now I have Maurine from Vancouver, Canada, YFC, which doesn't seem to flow when I say it like that.
No, we say GVYU, Greater Vancouver Youth Unlimited.
Greater Vancouver Youth Unlimited.
Yes.
How far away is... Well, no, Vancouver is a significant distance from Burlington. That's like completely the old... That's like over near Pearson Airport, which is miles away.
Yes. Vancouver is on the very west. Can't get any more west. Well, I guess that's not true. Vancouver Island is more west than we are, but Vancouver is West Canada.
Okay.
Just above Seattle for all you Americans.
So anybody who's American, can they see the Seattle Tower from Vancouver? No?
No, we're about 3 hours away from Seattle.
Okay, so if you had a really good pair of binoculars or a telescope, you might...
Or high enough.
So all the flat earthers will be saying that they can see it, where the rest of us will just be like, no.
No.
Okay. So Maureen, you can see the tone and the way that this thing goes going.
I like it. So,
Maureen, how do you serve with Vancouver? Vancouver Youth Unlimited, what do you call it? Not GY. GV.
Greater Vancouver. GV.
Greater Vancouver Youth Unlimited.
Yes.
Which is confusing because we had the Irish guys in earlier and they are Greater Ballyclare.
Okay.
In Northern Ireland. So, sorry, Maureen.
Okay.
How do you serve?
How do I serve or how do we serve in GVYU?
Well, let's start with GVYU. What is GVYU? And then we'll move on to how you serve.
So we are what Vancouver called the Lower Mainland. And that runs quite a distance, probably 100 kilometers or something wide if you want to give it a geographical context.
100 kilometers, 60 miles.
And so we have 9 areas in the Lower Mainland, and we're all under Mark Coop, our executive director. Love that man.
Excellent.
And we all serve in our respective cities, and we all do it a little bit differently. Okay. But we all have a unified purpose of meeting youth where they are.
Excellent.
So in North Vancouver, they have a mobile drop-in center as their big thing, right? As their kind of their main focus. Yeah. East Vancouver has Creative Life. So they provide a lot of artistic opportunities for kids who are on the street and in care. And then we go to Surrey, who work in schools, have a Young Guns program. So a lot of young males who would like some mentoring. And they actually work with our friend Chad, and they build a drift car. So...
Wow.
Yeah, they really, really like that. So they go drifting around the track in Mission. And they also have a mom's drop-in group in Surrey. And then, Mission has a YU Youth Unlimited, My House, Mission Youth Limit. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I can't get it.
I feel so much better now because I was like going, Greater Vancouver Youth Unlimited. Yeah, now I've got it nailed down.
Yeah, my house is the Mission Youth Safe House is what it is. So that's open to street kids.
Yep.
And Langley serves in the schools. Maple Ridge, that's my area. And, I forgot about Abbotsford, I'm sorry. And they do a mobile drop-in center as well. And they also volunteer in the schools. And then Chilliwack is our farthest east. And they have they've converted a fire truck into a mobile drop-in center.
How the heck do you My understanding of fire trucks in Canada is they are giant, solid, lorry-looking things. We call them lorries. You call them trucks, I think. Or do you call them lorries?
No, we call them fire trucks.
Call them fire trucks. The only space they have is where you would put the water that they may need to carry with them, and everything else So how do you convert a fire truck? I mean, I'm not...
You take the water tank off.
Okay.
And you build a box.
Okay.
And in this box, it actually goes up and down. So when they've stopped the truck, and then they can raise it up, and you go up the stairs, and up the stairs is some TVs and PlayStation games, and then downstairs is benches that they sit and play board games, drink hot chocolate, whatever they do there.
Excellent. See, I was about to say, what is your favorite part of the movie? You know, the Greater Vancouver, what's going on? It's like, what is your favorite? But you actually know a lot about how fire trucks are converted and all of the fun things that are inside them. So, I mean, I was kind of going to go, not what is the best thing that Greater Vancouver do, but in your involvement, which is your favorite part of it?
Oh, well, actually, I have to say this first. I'm in Maple Ridge, which I didn't talk about. So we're in schools and we serve hot breakfast to...
like a breakfast club type thing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. We're the only outside organization that goes into the high schools and is involved in the schools.
That's interesting.
That's pretty typical of the Lower Mainland. But what is my favorite?
Because then we'll go on to what you do and how you're involved. Because it's like, you give me like an overview, and then I've asked you to pick something from the overview that's your favorite. So we'll quickly do that, and then we'll...
If I pick one thing, I'm going to get in trouble.
Oh, are you? So should we not do it?
No, I don't. You know what? I love every single thing that we do. I honestly
All of
do.
my children are my favorites.
That's right. All my children are my favorites. Yeah, you know what? It's hard because each group is so unique in what they do. And I work with 75 youth workers that are so incredibly amazing. And yeah, I just love each and every one of them.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So what do you actually do? What's your role?
My role is area director and youth worker in Maple Ridge. Mm-hmm. So I've been there just over 9 years. And yeah, so we serve a hot breakfast in the high schools, and in 3 of them currently. And then we also just started, it's very unique. We just started this year. We joined 2 of our local churches. And I have to give a shout out to our pastors of our local churches.
Okay.
That have been praying together weekly for 35 years. And
fantastic.
We are not just starting, but there has been a real increase in unity within the churches of our community where we're working. So we have joined 2 churches, one being a community church and one being an Anglican church. Mm-hmm. And Youth Unlimited, we've joined together to do a Friday night drop-in with our youth. So we're leading youth together, which is very cool. We're leading Youth Alpha currently, and hoping that the kids that are coming will inspire to take it back to their schools and lead Youth Alpha, because the way it works in the Lower Mainland is if the student leads it, they can do it. We are not allowed to go in and lead anything religious. But if the students say, I want to lead something, then they have to allow them to do that.
And Youth Alpha is a fantastic resource. We just had a launch yesterday from Youth Alpha releasing their new material, which is really well adapted to, well, the next emerging generation, and a lot's been invested in it. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you've been with YFC 9 years. Mm-hmm. Do you say you're an area director within, because do you call them areas or regions?
We call them areas.
You call them areas.
Yeah.
How have you seen it change over those 9 years?
It's gotten better.
I love it. Just like, it's great. It's gotten better because do you know what? I'm in charge and I'm pretty good at what I do. Well, 5? Oh, 5 minutes.
My previous area director, he was very instrumental in who I am today.
That's really good.
Yeah, he took this raw piece of clay and molded it into,
I love you consider yourself a piece of clay, because if I needed molding, I'm just like soil, which is like, you'd have to really add a whole lot to it to actually make it so it's actually moldable in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, I think I started out as a ball of clay.
A ball of clay.
Yes, and God has just molded me and continues to, because every once in a while I fall off the wheel, when you do fall off and you get to start over again.
Get all excited and you just fall off the side.
Yeah.
So you're at General Assembly.
Yes.
You've travelled all the way from Greater Vancouver,
Yes.
Youth Unlimited, to the Netherlands. You are now in the Netherlands.
Thank you. I love it here.
It's wonderful. The food is good. The weather is great.
So good. Well, yeah, even yesterday when it was like super, super windy and raining, I went out for a walk along the beach, hoping to catch some big waves. Not in the water. I just walked on the beach.
Okay.
There was somebody swimming in there, though.
There will be. I mean, it's very similar to the British coastline, and you'll see hundreds of people walking with their dogs and some swimming. So what are the moments that stood out from you about GA? So you must have connected with a bunch of people. Is there any bits that stand out that say, this is the reason why I came all of those miles for these few days?
Other than the amazing training, really the thing that takes away, this is a little taste of heaven. Mm-hmm. Being able to connect with people from all over the world is just mind-blowing. And to be able to worship and people singing in their own languages. And so my goal, and if anybody, is listening to this, my goal is to take as many pictures of people from different countries as possible. Just for myself, I'm not putting it on social media, but I just want to remember every person that I've met in every country that they represent, so that I can go home. When I go home, I can just look at the pictures and just be reminded what heaven is going to be like.
What a fantastic snapshot.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was a God-inspired thought process on my first day here.
But it's fantastic. And to complement that, the improvised meetings, the things that you don't plan in, like you being here on the live stream, is because you attended an interactive workshop that I was doing, and I was like, want to come on the podcast? Want to come on the live stream? And you went, yeah. And it's like, okay, booked in. And that's the other thing that I love, is just that we don't have to be polished in everything that we do. Mm-mm. We don't have to overly plan what we're going to do. It's really good just to be like open to where we are led by the Spirit. I love that there's Sam behind you. She keeps pointing fingers with the number of minutes that we have available left to us. And I got to make, because I'm going over to lead the Young Leader Workshop on something, and I said I'd be there at 3:00.
Okay.
It's only 3:15 now.
Oh, so
no,
that's the beauty part about being youth workers, is you always have an excuse why you're late.
Oh, and I've got the best excuse. I've been talking to Maurine from Greater Vancouver Youth Unlimited, and she's an area director that's been around for 9 years and has told me all about fire truck ministry, breakfast clubs, and all those kind of things. Yeah. So, Maureen, do you have any final? If I said to you, I don't like the one where you say, give some advice to yourself when you were young. I don't like that one. I think it sucks a little bit. But I would say, if you bumped into somebody in the street and you were just walking one way, they were going the other way, you're both busy, and you bumped into them, and you had the opportunity to turn around, go back to them and say something afterwards, what would you say?
Oh, my. It would depend on who they are.
Somebody very similar to yourself.
Oh, very.
It's almost like you bumped into your identical twin, almost, but you...
My doppelganger.
Yeah.
Okay. What would I say to my doppelganger? When I was 30 years old, I discovered that God loves me. I'd been a Christian my whole life, and it was not until I was 30 that somebody gave me the verse Zephaniah 3:17, where it says, God rejoices over you with singing. Fantastic. That broke me. And I think we could live a lot differently if we actually believed that.
I agree totally.
So that would be my encouragement to my doppelgangers, that God rejoices over me with singing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's been a pleasure for me.
Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. We're now going to go over to, I think, an interview in Spanish that was recorded earlier. So, here we go.